What up, guys? Alrighty, I am in a different room today. I am in the inventory room of my wife's company. Alright, I wanted to do this video on sports card and Wall Street crooks. Alright, as you guys know, I have, a gold, silver YouTube channel, and I, along with many of my subscribers, distrust Wall Street. And this goes back to the crash of subprime 2007, 2008. No one really went to jail except Bernie Madoff. And now Wall Street is getting in on the card market. While I have no problem with funds and private equity coming into this space and trying to speculate, I have no issue with that. I do have a problem with Wall Street. And here's the reason why. The sports card market is not regulated. There may be fractional companies that may require you to be a U.S. citizen in order to trade or invest in companies like collectibles, where, you're a shareholder of a specific card. But ultimately, there aren't that many rules. Sure, if you commit fraud, the FBI may be coming after you, as they did against some people that consigned items at PWCC a few years ago. That made the national news. But if you look at, for instance, stock market is heavily regulated. And there's many securities, rules, and obligations, and it's harder to commit fraud. And sure, fraud is committed, but, Wall Street pays a fine and whatnot, and this news gets, disseminated to the public. Now, in the card market, there could be all sorts of scams, and sure, as I mentioned, the FBI could get involved, but a lot of times, it goes unnoticed. Now, what can Wall Street do here? What they always do, and don't even get in trouble with the stock market. They pump and dump. And my concern is that, you have the mainstream media. I believe CNN was talking about it the other day, how there's more interest in cards. Now, my fear is that you're going to get all these guys who think they could make a quick buck in this sports card arena, while, experienced people will look into cards that are scarce and not that much demand in them as of right now. A lot of cards are overpriced as of right now. But just because they're overpriced doesn't mean that they're going to crash tomorrow. They could actually go much higher, especially with the new stimulus plan that's going to be passed probably within the next 6 months, in my opinion. So, Wall Street gets in. They're using the media, in my opinion, to pump out stories to get more people in. While Wall Street could have done this maybe over the last 6 months, they could have been buying up all these scarce and rare cards, and sometimes these comments. And what I believe is going to happen is card prices will continue to go up. It'll drive even more people into this market. It'll drive people that, you tried to convince to get into the sports card market a year or 2 years ago, but they thought it was stupid. They thought it was a piece of cardboard. And they're going to get the common Joe who doesn't know anything about population reports, that doesn't know anything about grading, that doesn't know anything about, 4 sharp corners, any dings on the cards, and whatsoever. Most of you guys watching have a lot of experience compared to the common Joe or a family member that may get interested in the coming months or year. And because of all of this, Wall Street will probably do a pump and dump. Probably in 2 years, 3 years, when the market does end up correcting and crashing hard. There are other concerns that I have with Wall Street getting in. I don't personally like the fractional based card system. I'm not saying these companies are running scams, but I could easily see these guys running Ponzi's with this. Remember, when you are investing in these cards, you specifically do not have the card at your disposal. It's not in your hand. It's not at your home. It's not locked in a safe. It's not locked in your bank. It's at someone else's property. They say they could lock it up in a trust, but who knows? What if these companies, maybe not the ones right now, in the future, what if a scam artist comes up with an idea? Let's just say that we have a card, or let's just tell everybody there's a card out there, put some money, and whoever wants to take full ownership can take ownership. What if they don't have it? What if they're running a Ponzi scheme like Bernie Madoff? And this is my concern. The more money that is put into this arena, the more likely there's going to be fraud. And I've mentioned this before. In the stock market, there's so much regulation, yet there's fraud. In this arena, there's no regulation, minimal regulation, and guess what? You're having, in my opinion, millions and soon billions of dollars getting poured into the card market. What's bound to happen? People are greedy, people are cynical, people take advantage of others, and this is horrific. But when you have the Wall Street mentality coming into this arena, people are going to get hurt. People are going to get screwed over. And one last thing I want to end on the video with is, yes, I do believe that the funds getting in to this market will help overall long term, even though there will be a crash in the next few years. However, if you look at an asset like Bitcoin, back in the day I used to do videos on Bitcoin. I wasn't a proponent of Bitcoin because I thought there could be money laundering issues, which now the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's talking about. But also, you don't actually own Bitcoin. And the other problem with Bitcoin back in the day was a lot of people were trading on this exchange Mt. Gox. And that exchange actually went bankrupt. And a lot of people lost their life savings. A lot of people lost their money and whatnot. In my opinion, because so much money is coming in, there will be potentially one card company, whether it's a fractional company, whether it's an investment fund, they're going to be involved in some sort of Ponzi scheme. And it's just going to blow up in the face. A lot of people are going to lose millions of dollars. I hope I'm wrong, but the probability increases once you have millions of dollars. It's great that I have some scarce cards. It's great that you have some scarce cards that you may have bought for about $15, $20, and now they're $600. I bought a $20 Khabib card or $25 Khabib card from this dude in Canada. It was a 2013 blue refractor. I sent it to PSA, I think last week. And, one auction, went for $600 for it. Ungraded. This market's on fire because the investment companies are now involved. But, I just fear that people will get hurt. Potentially they're going to put regulation, and it may be, you may be forced to be licensed to sell cards maybe in the future if it gets so huge. But, I'm just throwing some thoughts that I had. Hopefully it doesn't come to that route. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.